the most unusual people who shocked the world. Have you ever heard of a woman with X-ray vision or a man who can consume an entire plane? Well, doesn't it sound like something out of a book? But what if we told you that these people really exist? So hello guys, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to another interesting video. Yep, there are many strange people in the world who make it difficult to believe they exist. They are so strange or did such things that they earned a spot on the list. So, are you willing to go on this exciting ride to witness these strange people? If yes, then stick around because we'll reveal the most unusual people who shocked the world. Let's start the video. Number 1. Three-legged man. This world is full of wonders. One such wonder happened to an Italian man who was born with not 2 but 3 legs. Yes, you heard that correctly. A man with 3 legs. Frank Lentini was born with a parasitic twinning, a rare congenital disability that affects 1 in a million people, and unfortunately, he was that 1 in a million. His parents were shocked that his 3rd leg protruded from the right side of his body. They wanted to remove the 3rd leg, but doctors were extremely worried because the leg was so close to Lentini's spine that removing it would paralyze the boy. Despite his numerous disabilities, Lentini overcame them at a young age by learning to use his 3rd leg. Yes, a person who had never walked before could walk, jump, ride a bicycle or horse, swim, and even drive a car. That's unbelievable. Nature had given him an extraordinary form, and he lived for 77 years in that form, surprising the world with his extraordinary performances. Number 2. Girl with X-ray eyes. We occasionally come across people with unusual abilities or even magical powers. For example, some hold their breath for a long time or withstand extreme temperatures without harm. But no one has come close to persuading the world of the existence of superhuman powers as a Saransk-born Russian girl. Natasha Demkina claims to have X-ray vision, allowing her to see inside human bodies and make more accurate diagnoses than doctors. Her creepy but accurate medical diagnoses have stunned and silenced all doctors and her biggest haters. Well, regardless of how accurate Demkina claims to be, it's probably best for all of us to rely on tried and tested medical methods before visiting her. All we can say is that Demkina is either overconfident in her ability to pull off a scam and is an excellent liar, or she truly does have some special insight into people's bodies. Well, it's still a mystery. Number 3. Man with the biggest mouth. Can you fit 4 burgers in your mouth at once? Sounds silly, right? But the man we're about to tell you can not only fit 4 burgers in his mouth at once, but he can also hold a whole Coke tin. So meet Mr. Francisco Domingo, an ordinary African man with an extraordinary talent. He sets the world record for having the largest mouth. He can stretch his mouth up to 17 inches wide and hold anything from soda cans to his wallet. Well, for some people, having a big mouth is an insult. But for Francisco, it's a compliment. He breaks his own record 3 times and is listed in the Guinness Book of World Records. So how far can you stretch your mouth? Well, we can bet you won't be able to stretch it up to 17 centimeters. Number 4. Largest hairy family. Meet Larry Gomez, popularly known as the Wolf Boy, was born with hypertrichosis, a rare congenital condition characterized by excessive hair on the face. His family consists of about 19 people, half of whom have hypertrichosis, including his children, making them almost certainly the hairiest family in human history. Moreover, Larry says in an interview, we almost locked ourselves in a house. We couldn't face society because they were making negative remarks about us. But as time progressed, we started to wonder how long we could be locked up in this manner, so we decided to move on and face life's challenges, and now being one of the world's hairiest guys makes us special and famous in the world. Number 5. Man who never slept. Ngoc is another strange person who lives on this planet. What makes him so strange? He is, after all, a Vietnamese insomniac. Thai Ngoc hasn't slept for about 30 years. Shocked? Don't be, because his insomnia usually prevents him from sleeping, but what's shocking is that he works nearly normally as the majority of people. He's also capable of performing farm work. Well, it's true. Going without sleep for that long would seem to have consequences, but not for this man. His inability to sleep has not only made him famous, but it's also caused scientists to sleep less to figure out how he was so normal. So how long can you keep yourself awake? Number 6. A living human statue. You've probably seen statues, but we're pretty sure you've never seen a talking statue. No, we're not talking about movies. We're talking about Whitney Weldon, a real-life living statue. Weldon from New York is one of 800 people worldwide who have fibrodysplasia ossificans progressiva. It's an extremely rare genetic disease in which the muscles, tendons, and ligaments become ossified. Whitney was diagnosed at the age of 9 after clicking her neck and noticing lumps along her spine. Since then, her joints had deteriorated and she wouldn't be able to use her body parts, leaving her completely immobile and reliant on a motorized wheelchair. Number 7. Mr. Eat It All. Lotito has proven that no one can match him in terms of hunger. Michael Lotito, a Hungarian-born record breaker, is famous for his ability to eat anything. He has consumed not only buckets of fruits and veggies, but also car and bicycle parts, and 9 tons of metal for 40 years. Despite his unusual diet, he has never been seriously ill. So how did he do it? Lotito had pica, a mental disorder in which people obsessively eat non-food items such as dirt and plastic. Once he started consuming such hazardous items, he discovered that the thick lining of his stomach and intestines allowed him to consume almost anything. So soon, he turned his illness into a career and became known as Mr. Eat It All. Number 8. World's Smallest Waist. Strange people frequently discover they have some unusual characteristics that help them stand out in a crowd. They usually win a record-breaking competition and get their name on the list. Some people undoubtedly worked hard to win the competition, and Kathy Young is one of those who worked hard to achieve the smallest waist. So if you're curious about how small her waist is, you'll be surprised to know that it's only 15 inches. Well, she's been wearing corsets for several years and has followed a strict diet and exercise regimen to achieve this level. She enters the Guinness World Records as the girl with the smallest waist. Number 9. The Real Incredible Hulk. The human is an unusual and diverse species group. Even within that group, however, we consider some things normal. But many people push the concept of normalcy to its absolute limit. Yes, there are still some people with such unusual bodies and faces that you might not believe they're real. Among them is a 25-year-old man who you won't believe is a real Hulk. Ramar dos Santos Alves, a Brazilian bodybuilder, was so anxious to appear like the Incredible Hulk that he injected his arms with a highly lethal mixture of oil and alcohol. Santos put his life in danger and nearly had both arms amputated just to be inspired by the Hulk's body. He's been given cruel nicknames like Beast and Monster and is popularly known as Real Incredible Hulk. Number 10. Zoe Ellis, Daredevil performer. If you think you're daring, this woman will definitely prove you wrong. Meet the famous stuntwoman who has shocked the world with her latest stunt, which has been recorded in history as absolutely insane. Zoe Ellis, a Russian Daredevil performer, has set records for several crazy stunts in the Guinness World Records. But the one we're about to tell you about is by far the craziest. Yes, she used her tongue to stop the fans from spinning at full speed in less than a minute and without injuring herself. Oh man, it's completely out of this world. That's all for now. So how was today's video? Have you ever come across such people? Leave your answers in the chat box below. Moreover, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel and pressed the bell icon, do it now so you don't miss out on the upcoming video. Until then, take care. We'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.